Alright, quick update for Dogecoin and Shiba Inu. So, as always, most of the time I do lump the Dogecoin and Shiba Inu analysis into one video because, as far as I can tell, at least in my opinion, Dogecoin and Shiba Inu have almost the exact same chart. They have the same technicals. I'm going to be talking about the same breakout targets for the both of them. So let's jump right into the video and let's start on the shorter time frame. So, I'm not bearish on Dogecoin and Shiba Inu in the short term. However, I'm also not bullish. Now, from a very micro perspective, I mean, we don't have a perfect linear trend on Shiba. Unless you draw it like this. This seems to work pretty well. We are seeing a basic linear uptrend on both Shiba and Dogecoin. So, I'm not bearish, but I do think there is the possibility of lower price targets. So, I currently do not hold any Shiba Inu. I don't hold any Dogecoin. Let's just say that to get it out the way with and be transparent. If you did want to know, the only Dogecoin that I currently hold, the only meme coin I currently hold to that extent as well, is Dogelon Mars or Dogelon Mars, Elon, whatever you want to call it. But we're not doing a video on Elon, we're doing a video on Dogecoin and SHIB. So now we've got that out the way, the shorter time frames, we are still seeing higher lows, but we are getting very shaky right now. The reason why I'm not looking to enter a trade at this moment in time for both Dogecoin and Shiba is because we're not above the 200-day moving average. And historically, the 200-day moving average has been a perfect sign whether we're in a bull market or a bear market. So, for example, 200-day, it was a very strong level of support while we were building up this rally. And, you know, we started rallying, we barely came back to it. We rallied all the way back to it. We had a huge bounce. It was a dead cat bounce. Nonetheless, we back tested the EMA and we had a huge rally. We came below it, we fell below it, we lost it, and we retested it multiple times as trying to flip it as support. We got rejected every single time. We got rejected here. Quite recently, we got rejected here. And we got rejected here. And if you watch my Dogecoin video, I believe we made this on the 25th of April, it was a couple of days ago, we talked about how Dogecoin and Shiba does this all the time. We have these days where we have a huge influx of volume. It is a one-day pump up to resistance, we get a rejection, and then what happens the next day? We see absolutely no buying volume coming in, it is all selling volume, and we completely tank the floor. So, what I'd be looking for Dogecoin and Shiba is continuation. I'd want to see a pump with continuation. It's really that simple. If we have, hypothetically, which I don't think we're going to do tomorrow, let's just get that out of the way. This is a hypothetical. If by tomorrow we have a huge rally back up to the 200-day moving average, we would need to see the next day pumping above it, back testing it, and then we'd need to see the next day continuation. We just don't see that on Dogecoin. We see these quick 1 day, 2 day rallies where we pump up to these higher price targets and we get rejected. We see no continuation and we continue to break down. So like I said, very short term, we are putting in this very tiny ascending floor of support for both Dogecoin and Shiba. But you zoom out and you see we're in a huge bear trend. So the trend is your friend until the end. I do not plan on trying to catch the falling knife. I do not plan on trying to estimate where the bottom is for Dogecoin and Shiba. I am very happy knowing that I want to buy a breakout on Dogecoin and Shiba. I don't want to try and catch a falling knife. I don't want to try and be someone else's exit liquidity. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to wait for a confirmed trend reversal and then an impulse. So if we are going to have a trend reversal from your most recent micro impulse, we've come up, we've had an impulse, we've come down to your 786 fib, we've had another impulse, and we're currently back testing the 618. This is the moment in time we need to see continuation. But like I said, I'm not entering a trade right now for Dogecoin because I think it is very likely we could fall through the floor of this. Bitcoin is having a very strong time, or a very hard time should I say, getting back into the top of this channel right now. We are looking at least somewhat bearish in the short term, so I would not be betting on, you know, all of these dog coins to be market outliers, while Bitcoin is entering a very shaky phase right now. So it's literally the same for Shiba as well. I'd be looking for a push above this 200 day. And I almost feel like you could kind of discount the Shiba analysis because Shiba seems to follow Doge. And I imagine once Doge takes out the 200-day, which is heading down very, very strongly, you could see if we come up to it in the next couple of days or so, you could see the 200-day moving average is around the 17 cent region. So I would personally be looking for a flip of 17 cent and continuation. Until we see that, I would absolutely not be entering a trade for Dogecoin. And it's the same for Shiba. I'd really be waiting for Dogecoin to have a breakout, and then I'd assume Shiba would follow. Shiba would break out of your 200-day moving average as well, and we do something very similar coming into the 313 region. Obviously, these are moving averages that are going to change their price targets day over day, so I will keep you updated if we do have a huge impulse. If we have a huge move to the downside, these price targets will be moved lower as well. But yeah, to wrap up the video, I've talked about this in my past couple of videos, and this is just really to highlight the fact that I don't think it is a big deal if you're going to buy a breakout on Dogecoin and Shiba. You know, if you're buying Bitcoin, I can understand. Like, personally for myself, I don't necessarily care about catching the falling knife on Bitcoin. I believe in Bitcoin in the long term. I think Bitcoin is going to be a huge, huge play over the next 10, 20 years, even over the next couple of years. I'm in Bitcoin for the long term. I plan on holding it for a very long period of time. So for me, I dynamically DCA as the price goes down. I don't really try and catch the exact bottom. I just DCA whenever I see that there's blood in the streets. However, Dogecoin and Shiba, these are meme coins. I do not think you should be DCAing these meme coins. That's just my opinion. And why would you not? Why would you wait for a breakout? Well, historically, Dogecoin and Shiba Inu they've had many rallies, but their most extravagant rally happened within 29 days for Shiba Inu, and it happened within 29 days for Dogecoin. So if we are in this region for Dogecoin and Shiba, where we are just kind of chopping to the side, seeing a couple of fake outs like this, and then we could be getting ready for that big move to the upside, all I'd want to see is continuation. So for example, Dogecoin, you saw a one pump here. So you got 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. That is enough to confirm that, you know, we are continuing with this uptrend, at which point, you know, you would have bought Dogecoin expecting the rally to keep on continuing, and we would have gone up another 290%. It's very similar with Shiba Inu as well. If you waited for the first 3 days, I mean, to be fair, these were really micro candles, so I would have counted probably the first 3 days of bullish momentum. You would have seen a 3-day run up, you would have seen a correction on the 4th day, and then you would have seen a pump. That is personally where I would have looked to enter the market for Shiba. And then, you know, from that red, green, red formation, the triple pump, you would have seen 227% increase. I think it is definitely worth sitting on the sidelines for Shiba, sitting on the sidelines for Doge, and waiting for a breakout. I think this 200-day is going to be your end-all or be-all. Historically, it's proven. Every time we come into this, we get strongly rejected while we're in this downtrend. So I'm going to wait. I'm going to sit on the sidelines. In the short term, sure, we are somewhat bullish. You can also argue, you know, we could be forming some triangle pattern like this. I really don't like this. I think this is going to take way too long, and normally Dogecoin likes to move euphoric and not get condensed within super tight levels. So I wouldn't really be focusing on that too much. However, we're coming into our 618 at 1339. We really want to see a reversal at this point. Like I said, I do not think we're going to do something like this in the next week or month. I really don't think we're going to hop above the 200-day and flip it anytime soon. I think it is going to happen, you know, within the next couple of months, maybe the next 3 months, the next 6 months. I'm not 100% sure. All I do know is it doesn't matter when it does happen. I will be sitting on the sidelines. I'll be keeping my eyes on the Dogecoin and Shiba chart, and I will be updating you once this macro break happens. And once I believe we'll be getting ready for our next huge rally like Dogecoin previously did when it was a straight line up, I think we could be setting up for something like this. And a lot of people could argue, you know, diminished returns. And by the way, I am a huge proponent of diminished returns. I do believe they're real. However, we're back at the levels of this previous uptrend, so it would not be diminished returns to return back up to the all-time high. I think we could easily come up to 74 cent maybe come up to almost as high as $1. I feel like $1 will be such a psychological level that we won't exactly hit it. I could imagine 96, 98 cent, maybe even 99 cent happening. I would definitely be trying to front run the market on that and have, you know, sell orders before that happens. So that's all I've got for Dogecoin and Shiba Inu. Very, very similar chart. They are kind of just chopping around right now. They're bullish in the very smaller time frames. However, the macro time frames, they're not bullish. We're not seeing continuation after these single day pumps. You can see it on Shiba as well. Single day pump, no continuation, we fall off the table. I'm waiting for a multi-day pump that puts us above these key areas of resistance, which would then hopefully be flipped as support. Once that happens, I will update you and I will be entering a trade. Until that happens, I'm sitting on the sidelines. Like I said, I'm not about to become someone else's exit liquidity because I don't have the patience to sit on the sidelines for Doge or Sheep. That is all I've got for you today. As always, none of this is financial advice. This is just my opinion on the market. And before we do wrap up the video, the Discord, the Cowboy Discord, has finally been made. If you do want the invite to the Discord, it is going to be in the link in the description below. The Discord is really going to be a place where everyone is going to be sharing time-sensitive information, chart setups, new altcoins to keep your eyes on. But the main reason I made it was so everyone can chat as a crypto community, everyone can share memes. It's really just going to be a chill place where everyone can converge and talk about what's going on in the market today. I hope to see you in the Discord. As always, the link will be in the description. That is all I've got for you today. Cowboy out, not financial advice. And yeah, peace.